Hello. So it's a new year, so I thought it'd be a good time to talk about Aurora again and whether or not she is worth using in 2026. I briefly touched on this in my recent Lyria video, in that I kind of declared that Lyria is pretty much the only tank you need. She's kind of like the second best hero on the game right now, and part of that is because this Shackles of Doom ability, which is a soft counter to dodge heroes and mostly only affects Aurora and Dante. And part of what makes Lyria so good in the metagame is that she counters Aurora. Like, that's pretty much it. She counters Aurora, which makes her good. And it's like, well, if Lyria is the second best hero in the game, so mostly because of her ability to counter Aurora, then isn't Aurora still good and worth using? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about why you may or may not want to use Aurora in 2026. Obviously, you're invested in her. You probably will keep using her because she's actually good, but so let's just look at her skills here. Let's go look her thing here. So Aurora, as a child, Aurora chose to follow the light. She never left her house, and she left her house and went a long way to finally receive the title of Paladin of Riverstar, thus becoming a protector and lantern for her people. So she a tank. She fights the front line. Her main stat strength. She gets a lot of health. She's like the fourth or fifth highest health in the whole game. Very health. She has almost no armor. Like, again, she has that skin here. You could pretty much skip the skin. Like, it does not add enough armor to pretty much be relevant against like anything. Like, you can really just skip that one. It doesn't matter. But the other ones, like I said, getting her magic attack up. She has pretty good magic attack. She has health. She does have some magic penetration, not a lot, but 22k is not too bad. And she does have a lot of patron choices. She's also one of like 7 heroes who is a dodger. So she has the dodge trait, which is her main mitigation stat, and this is part of why she's good. It's like, well, you don't need armor if you can dodge. Like, it doesn't matter how much penetration enemy has. If you dodge, you take 0 damage. So dodge is better than armor. However, like I said, with Lyria though, like really putting the brakes on dodge, unless you can get some dodge buffs up, yeah, definitely limits of what Aurora can do. And speaking of dodge buffs, her artifact, she is one of 3 heroes in the game who can buff dodge as their main artifact buff. So she puts a dodge buff up, she gives her whole team like 14k dodge maxed out. If you have the maxed out, it's 14k dodge for her whole team. So this is pretty much double her dodge. So it's like 20. She goes up to like 28k there, which is still less than what Lyria is blocking. Like, Lyria is blocking. Where is Lyria? She blocks fully maxed out. Lyria blocks about almost 30k. So just that enough is not going to be enough. Just Aurora with 1 dodge buff and her natural stuff is not enough. However, if you're using Kane Patron, if you go to Kane, let's go to Kane. Like, that's the main reason. One of her things, Kane Patron, kind of breaks the balance here. But if you look, I guess there's 9 dodgers. There's 9 dodgers. Yeah, Aurora's one of 9 heroes who can use that. But if you use Kane as a patron, you get an extra 2,987.6 dodge. So Kane patron plus artifact buff, puts Aurora will put Aurora almost like the 31k dodge range. So as soon as she gets that first dodge buff up, she'll have about 1,000 dodge against Lyria. She'll have slight chance dodge. Not a particularly great one, but because of the way dodge works, a little can help. Like I said, she'll end up having probably around a 10% chance dodging once she has that first dodge buff up. And if she can get a second one up, then she can pretty much go start to, like, so this is why Lyria is more of a soft counter, is because we'll suddenly have enough there. But yeah, no, Lyria though makes it tougher. So let's go do some arena fights here. So again, we have Lyria is everywhere at the top, because Lyria, if you don't have Lyria in your defending team, Aurora has a tendency to just curb stomp you. She really is just kind of that good. But they have Flyercroft, which can be a problem. So let's do this. We have Heidi as a second dodge buff. Sometimes like Heidi can be good as a way to just kind of give you a second dodge buffer. Can help Aurora break free, but we are, like, so like Aurora's not dodging at all, which is definitely makes her vulnerable. And yep, she just died because she can't dodge because she has no armor. And Lyria's skill that blocks dodge also lets the heroes, also causes the heroes take extra damage. So Lyria's presence just really puts the brake on what Aurora wants to do, makes life miserable for her. Makes life very difficult for her. Like, and this is part of why, like, people like, well, is Aurora even good anymore? And like, yeah, she is actually quite good. So against team that is not have Aurora, like she's just fine. Like, so if we want to do, sure, we'll do. Sorry, if they don't have Lyria, it's not Aurora. If they don't have Lyria, like there's nothing. We don't have to worry about the issues that are causing us problems like Lyria. Like so, there's no Lyria if we could just use Aurora as normal, and she is one of the best, absolutely one of the best heroes in the game, been one of the best heroes in the game for a long time, and she just curb stomps team. This is why you need Lyria. This is absolutely why you need Lyria, because if you don't have Lyria, Aurora teams can help run you over. They also, for Ryan Justice, God did most damage here, but it's just, Aurora has been like pretty much the go-to tank for like the last 5 years, pretty much since the end of 2019. Aurora's just been the unquestionably best option for tank for like 90% of the content. Like there's just not been a lot of reason to use anybody not named Aurora. Like it's just the only tank you needed. But now we have Lyria, which has shifted up the whole metagame. But it's like against teams that don't have. See this again, there's another Lyria team. Can we actually make it work? And there's another thing, can you do like Aiden to try to keep her up? Like that's a thing you can try. I don't think it's that effective, but we can try like Axel, try to slow some damage down. And maybe just Ryan Augustus type team, you can make it work, but you can actually get a win here. Yeah, but Aurora, like I said, you'd probably be almost better off not using Aurora there. Like, she didn't really contribute much. She's not giving you that normal explosiveness that you're used to, so. I mean, you can still get by with Aurora, though. That's the other thing. You can't, like, Aurora has 5 different patrons she can use. Like, she can do Oliver, she can do Axel, she can do Kane's going to be the one you use the most, but that's fine. Biscuit's not bad either. Like, it's just a good helps because she has several A's. Again, she can strip Ode to Serenity. Axel's probably the one you use least. Like, Axel's only pretty much with the advent of Lyria is actually one you can sometimes use on her. It's like literally pretty much the first time in my life where I actually felt like Axel was worth using on Aurora. Like, there's always never been a big reason to use Axel on her, but now there is, so it's always an option to consider. But she does have options. It's not she's completely broken, but she's solid. Like, if you don't have like any, like if they don't have Lyria, like Aurora is great. Like Aurora's great for like 90% of teams. You can just use Aurora as your main tank. So this is why I say I think you have to, like I said, if you want to invest in Aurora, like if you're a new player, like is Aurora worth using? And I want to say yes, but you have to have, no illusions. You need to understand that Lyria has made things really difficult for her at the high end. It might be, you probably won't have as many issues on the lower level games, especially if it's like a new server, just because Lyria is currently, you have to get her as a grand prize. So a lot of people won't have her. She won't be as ubiquitous on a new server because she is a grand prize. So you would have to open her up. And it'll probably be like this for a while. They can't get her from Soulstone's chests. So in a new server, she's probably fine. And if you do want to invest in Aurora, the most important stat is dodge. You want to do her Nordic skin as soon as possible. You want to get Kane, the pet. You want to get him as soon as possible. You want to get him as soon as possible, and you want to max him out as soon as possible. Get rid of Release Violet Ring just to unlock Dark Patron. Every time she dodges, she gets 35% extra energy. So 3 dodges is an ult. This is why Aurora explodes against so many teams. Like, she can just absolutely smash face against so many different teams because she ends up being not only one of the best tanks, she's one of the best damage dealers in the game. She also has like the game's best magic mitigation, so she's very good. She's still very good against mage teams just because Rainbow Halo, she absorbs 85% of magic damage, so she has the game's best magic mitigation as well. So she's still very much worth using, but you just have to focus on get that dodge skin, get the Kane patron, and obviously get her artifact weapon. This is your priority for artifacts. Get that there because you want to get those dodge buffs stacked. And then this is secondary. You want to do Book of Illusions as this. Arena Strength's lower priority. Skins, again, dodge number 1. And then the magic attack skins, I'd say, are next just because this is important for damage capabilities. And then you would do strength. And then health would probably be the last one, in armor. Just ignore it. Like, there's no reason to level this. Just, like, unless you're, like, want the aesthetic, whatever, I just think you're better off saving your skin stones for other stuff, just because armor, this does nothing for her. literally does nothing for her. Like on my Let's Play, if you ever watched my Let's Play series, I never even bought the skin on that account. Like, and I never missed it. Didn't notice a difference at all. Like, it just doesn't matter. She does not have enough, like armor. She never gets enough armor for it to ever matter. So you can ignore that one. But yeah, like that's Aurora. I think she's still, like said, probably still a top 5 hero in the game. Like this part of why Lyria's number 2 is because Aurora really is just that good. But yeah, you can't just really use only Aurora anymore. Like you do want to try to get Lyria because you do need Lyria to not get absolutely wrecked on teams. Like saying again, this one, no Lyria, we could probably run over this team here. We can even use like the twins or something. Let's go. Where's Krista? Let's go, Krista here. Just because we have one more fight. Let's go. But yeah, like we're still very, very good. Still totally worth investing in, especially on a new server where Lyria isn't going to be running rampant as much, at least for a while. You will at some point want to get your own Lyria though, just so you can counter other Auroras. But if they don't have Lyria, Aurora will be a great pick for your main tank for a lot of fights. Anyway, not too much more to say on that. I recommend checking out my Lyria video as well because I did, like I said, I feel like that's relevant to understand like what Aurora's great weakness is. So yeah, you can find that video down below. As always, thank you for watching.